Welcome back to my channel. Have you had an area of your life where you keep getting stuck in, and no matter how much you try, it just stays stuck? You don't find much progress in it? Well, this video is for you. Hi, I'm Sandy. Wanted to make a super short video today on just self-compassion. Just was reflecting on how much my sleep, I've been struggling with sleep. I'll have a playlist below and it'll be right there too. I've been struggling with sleep for a long time. And one of the things that I know is a huge indicator of post-traumatic stress or PTSD or any of those things, anxiety, one of the factors is your sleep. Well, I just did one session of EMDR. They have EMDR therapy. And I just did one session last week. I have another one today. And it's been amazing. Just the first one, we really didn't do a whole lot. So I've seen a positive impact on my sleep already. She mentioned to me that it could possibly be, I could have bad dreams or whatever. And I had the opposite. I had really good dreams. But that, and I remembered more of them. So that is just how, and I knew it. I knew there was something that I just couldn't get past. There was something I couldn't see. And I really think that this is definitely the solution. And I can talk more about that if you're interested. But I wanted to go back to self-compassion because that's what I wanted to make this video about. What hit me in the shower was that I stopped, and I think it has to do with the backwards law, is that the thing that you're so focused on, I did a video on the backwards law. I'll link it there and below. But I was so focused on improving my sleep and going to bed earlier that it just never happened. I did, and I have videos, and like I said, I'll have the playlist below on the things that I tried, but nothing was substantial. Nothing stuck. I mean, I did my best, but it wasn't working. So I stopped thinking about and stopped focusing on sleeping and just worked on other things like the business and finishing school and cleaning my house. But then I'd still slightly get down on myself for not going to bed earlier or whatever. And it hit me in the shower today that, I'll give you an example. Yesterday morning, for some reason, I hadn't been thinking about it. I hadn't been thinking about it at all. But for some reason, I went to bed at 11:30 the night before. And for some reason, I woke up at 3:30 in the morning. And there was this plumbing thing I wanted to do, but I was been terrified to do it because of my whole plumbing fiasco. I have several videos on some of that and what I learned from that. I'll link those below too. So I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to have a mess. I didn't want to have to, I've been pretty scared to even touch this stupid thing. So for some reason though, yesterday morning at 3:40, the fear was gone and I wanted to fix it. I wanted to do the whole thing. I wanted to do the whole thing and I wanted to do it right now at 3:40 in the morning. I hadn't been thinking about it. I have no idea why at 3:40 in the morning. So I'm like, we're going to do that later. Well, I laid in bed an hour and this isn't going away. Like my brain would not stop. So then I watched some videos. I did a little research down what I was thinking was actually going to work. And then I'm like, well, there's other steps I have to take before I can do that. I'm like, if I'm going to do this and if it's going to go sideways on me, I want all the dishes out cleaned. I want the dishwasher full. I want to do 2 dishwasher fulls. I want to get her all done, all the dishes cleaned, just in case. So I have enough dishes so I have if something goes sideways on me. Well, I never got that far because let me tell you, doing the amount of dishes that I had. And then I had to do a bunch of appointments, so that tuckered me out. So then waking up at 3:40 is kind of you get tired fast when you've been up for over 12 hours. So this morning I was just thinking, I wanted to do all of this yesterday. I have a whole list of videos I want to make, and I woke up at 3:40, so wasn't a whole lot of gas left. I was supposed to take my shower yesterday so I could just have this all done and just do Wednesday perfectly. So the self-compassion in it is, I was just reflecting in the shower, you know what? This is what normal life is. Random things like waking up at 3:40 for no apparent reason because you're no longer scared of something that wasn't scary to begin with. I was reflecting on self-compassion in the shower. The fact that I didn't get upset with myself for waking up at 3:40. Or I didn't get upset that I didn't get any sleep. Or that the night before I only had barely 4 hours of sleep. I didn't get upset about that. I'm learning and growing and changing, and I was excited for what I accomplished. I was excited that I got a lot of dishes done. I got part of my kitchen clean, which is something I really wanted to get done. I got all my appointments done, and I went to bed early. When sleep has been so important to me, like to getting better at sleep. So I figure if I can just trying to trust the process and the flow, because I want all the answers. I want concrete things. But I'm learning that going with the flow is way more peaceful. You live in the unknown a lot, but I'm getting there. Went to bed at 9:30 last night. 9:35 according to my new Ring fitness tracker. I was in bed by 9:35. That hits that goal. So even though yesterday was not the day I had planned and I have no idea where it came from, 2 goals got accomplished. I think that's a pretty great day. What about you? I saw this on Facebook the other day where it was like one of those inspirational word thingies, and it was talking about how peace won the war. They're talking about like independent women or something like that. And they're happy in silence and they're happy alone because peace finally won the war. And I was reflecting on that. And I'm like, if this is the result of what peace won. So I woke up at 3:40 and I got a whole bunch of dishes done and I was exhausted and I was done by 6:30. I was done before that, but I was super done at 6 o'clock probably last night. And I wasn't upset with myself. I wasn't because I didn't get my shower taken because there was no energy to take a shower. And then after the shower, do a video. There's nothing there. But I'm like, I can go to bed early. I was in bed by 9:30. I laid on the couch for a little bit and I was having a hard time getting off of it. But I did go to bed at 9:30. My goal was to get in bed by 10:30. I was in bed by 9:30. So just having compassion for myself and going with the flow of the fact that my body decided at 3:40 in the morning that it was up and it wasn't scared anymore and it wanted to do it right away. I did not get that plumbing thing started, but then it turned into it a lot. If this doesn't show that I have ADHD, I don't know what does. Then it turned into this electrical thing that I wanted to do because I got tired of doing dishes. Couldn't do the electrical thing because I couldn't find the fuse that was the one I wanted. And after that, I had appointments. So I was done. So this is like I'm having so much fun that in the compassion of loving myself in all the random 3:40 stuff. So my question to you is, where in your life could use compassion? Where in your life are you so focused that it's not working that you could just, I like the analogy of putting it on a shelf. What can we put on a shelf for a little bit and work on something else? Shelf idea works really good because you're not necessarily letting it go. You're just putting it on a shelf and it's there whenever you want to go. It's there. I'm in a room full of shelves actually right now, so it's all there. What else can you work on? Well, the universe or God or whoever your source energy is, bring it back down when it's important. Like my plumbing thing. It's really not plumbing. It's a shelf. It's another shelf. It's a cabinet, but I have to fix the cabinet. Sometimes it's good to check on the things on the shelf. Like the stuff with my parents. I put it on a shelf because I did not have the bandwidth during school, I did not have the bandwidth to deal with the fallout of dipping my toe in that pool. I didn't have the bandwidth. So I made a promise to a couple of my cousins that I would check into dip my toe in my parent box. And I did that. I dipped my toe in. I made a phone call. Asked my questions. My nervous system was trying to hijack the day on that one. So in the light of this conversation, I had took that box down, stuck my toe in it, and I decided yesterday or even at this moment that box gets to go back on the shelf again because I may have the bandwidth, maybe, but my nervous system said no. It's not ready for that. So that one goes back on the shelf. My nervous system's not ready because peace won the war. And I like peace. And my body needs peace to rest and restore. So I'm having compassion on all the should-haves and all the things others want me to do and all this. No. I'm sitting in peace and healing my nervous system. Comment below with what now you're going to focus on. If you want to watch more of my sleep journey, check out here.